Still has Mach Punch. And that's our first death. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, for the first time since the last time, it's that time, right about that time, for your favorite Pokemon challenge in mind. My name is Sebastian Todd III. You may call me ST3. And this is the HeartGold Randomizer Nuzlocke Part 10 on the channel. The first series, we've made it 10 episodes. And we are into the weekend. Today is Saturday when this uploads, goes up, whatever I was trying to say. Let us do a really quick team recap here, and then we'll talk about the events of episode 9 and how we wrapped that one up. First and foremost, we have Venus, our Ivysaur, level 20 with Shell, Armor, the ability, Sleep Pattern, Poison Pattern, Razor Leaf, and Vine with the moves. Our Lucario, who finally evolved in the last episode, Soothe Bell, Chlorophyll for the ability, Quick Attack, Force Sight, Force Palm, and Counter the moves. Zombie level 23 with a Motor, Drive, Headbutt, Surf, Signal Beam, Icy Wind, and just checking is primary water type. Broticon, Hour, Vigoroth holding the Amulet Coin, Thick Fat, Faint Attack, Strength, Cut, and Slack Off. Denny P67, Runaway, Horn Attack, Tail Whip, Stomp, and Fury Attack. And Lux, our Luxio, also has Chlorophyll, Bite, Leer, Charge, and Spark. Broticon and Denny P67 named after viewers who have left comments. And at the end of the last episode, we caught ourselves a Totodile. We named it Danders after another viewer who has left a comment. So if you are enjoying this, please hit the like button. Consider subscribing because we are 10 episodes into this series. We are going to play HeartGold to the very end. That means we are taking on Red if we can make it that far against the Nuzlocke Challenge. And this is just the first series we are going to do on this channel. As you hopefully have seen from the videos previous, we're getting better day by day. And that's all we can ask for is a little bit better every episode. So if you're enjoying this, if you want to be part of this from the beginning, hit like, hit subscribe, and we appreciate it. Leave a comment. Today is Saturday. Let me know what you guys are doing this weekend. I asked you in the last episode what you were looking forward to this weekend. How is the weekend going so far? I know it's early on, but how are you enjoying that? I know where I live, spring is breaking through this weekend. It's supposed to be in the 40s. It's supposed to be sunny. It might be worth maybe trying to get the grill going. I don't know. There's a lot of snow out on the patio, but it might be worth a shot. Get the second grilling of the season. We actually got one in a couple weeks ago as well. So today's episode, our plan is to take on our rival battle here in the tower and then take on the gym, who I believe is Morty. I will say about the Totodile, I thought about it in the few moments between finishing recording that episode and this one. Zangoose would have been fun as well, but as I've said in a previous episode, I think I said this, I always kill him. I can't seem to keep one alive. We're going to run away. But yeah, I think what makes sense for Totodile is, since we're taking on the rival right now, and we're going to do the gym, I think it makes sense to keep Totodile on the PC. We'll get this episode up, and then between today's episode, Saturday, and Sunday's episode, I will get some training done and see if we can't level him up. We could probably even get him to level 30 and see what Feraligatr has. And if I'm feeling really ambitious, I will try to splice in the evolutions, because I record the training just in case something wild happens or I lose somebody or something like that. That way you guys can see it. I can find a way to splice it in. So maybe I will do that with our future Croconaw and then, of course, Feraligatr, so you guys can see the evolutions when they come. But I think that would probably make the most sense for now, just because we're already at the levels we need to be to take on our rival, whom we named Fear, because we will conquer our fears together here through this series, through this channel, and just through life. That's the whole point of the channel, right? It's just to hang out, have fun, chill, conquer our fear. Mankey, which is actually super effective against us. So we are going to switch. We don't have anything great for a Mankey. We resist, at least with Venus, our Ivysaur. I believe we resist because of the poison typing. He can focus all. Okay, Seismic Toss is a set amount of damage. It's going to do 20 to us, which isn't great because we only got 55 HP. But we know it can't kill us. It can't crit us. And we're putting it to sleep. We can heal. I'm not worried. High critical rate chance on Razor Leaf. We saw that in the last episode with the Rosalia catch. All right. We got it. Mankey should go down to this Razor Leaf. Venus comes in clutch. Beautiful. And we'll get some levels. And it'd be nice. Frost loss. Okay. I think this makes sense for Broticon because we have Feint Attack. It might be nice too between episode 10 here and episode 11 here tomorrow. Sunday for you. Still Wednesday for me. To get Venus up a couple of levels. Because I believe 32 for an actual Venusaur. So if we're going to do a training montage, it might make sense to do a training montage. And get that all said and done. All right, Frostlass comes in. We dispatch of the Frostlass. So far, so good. And then Rhydon. What a perfect time to use Surf for the first time. Episode 10 reminder, not sponsored by Yeti, but drink your water. And if you're using a water bottle, recycle your water bottles. Oh, holy crap. We have Rhyhorn on the team. Denny P67. Denny P67 is going to evolve into a Rhydon at level 42. If Rhydon has Water Absorb, please, we will take that. It would lose it to become a Rhyperior. So there is that. But Rhydon with Water Absorb, still weak to grass, still weak to ice, still weak to fighting. But water is one of the most prevalent typings. So if we can get rid of the water weakness, oh, heck yes. We'll take that. Oh, I wish it would keep that for Rhyperior. I mean, it's possible. It's unlikely, but it's possible. That's phenomenal. Oh, I wish an Eviolite was in this game. Because the Eviolite would put the Eviolite on a... Yeah, it's all right. It might work. Rhydon, Eviolite, Water Absorb would be broken, but that's okay. Might be researching to see how much weaker than Rhyperior Rhydon is, because it might be worth keeping it as a Rhydon. I mean, Rhyperior, I think, was a Gen 4 edition anyway. So it's not like there isn't some precedent. We are going to repel. Just so we don't get a bunch of encounters in here. And I'm going to see if anybody is Rock Smash. We're going to give this to Denny P67, even though it's fighting and Luca is fighting, so we'd have Stab on it, just because I don't think Denny P67 is going to get a ton of phenomenal moves until we evolve it up to level 40 and we are closer to Blackthorn and the move deleter. If we need to farm some heart scales, we can. There's a nice place over on the island. We can get that done. So. Two more trainers in here. We got the gym to go. This is going to be a good episode. Broticon is... Oh, boy. Everybody but Lux is weak to Infernape. So having the Toyota on would be great because super effective against an Infernape. Blaziken, that type of Pokemon. Wow, that did a lot. Is it worth charging? I'm going to do it. Ooh. I believe both moves did 15. Crit kills us. If he gets a crit with a Mach Punch, we're done. We're going to try to Spark. Okay, he leered, which is not fun either. But we got the charge up. Maybe Spark can do really good damage. And then we can heal. Oh, Spark does even better than really good damage. All right. That's what we're talking about. Lux is fighting for her spot on the team. What about that? A poison type coming in. If Denny P67 had a ground type move, this would be a phenomenal place to use Rhyhorn. But we'll strength. Stab strength on Vigoroth. That's probably our best move right at the moment of any of our Pokemon. We have nothing super effective, so let's use the strongest we got. Did alright. Now, the smoke screen might seem like a good idea because we can't strength it again, but Feint Attack doesn't miss. So, we will take the Feint Attack, and that should be enough. It is not enough to take down Weezing. Weezing is like, I can make this just a pain in your butt. But that's okay. We can switch out afterward, get rid of the smoke screen, the accuracy drops. Get to level 25, we'll take that. Absolutely, we'll take that. We don't want Endure. Gulpin, again, we have nothing super effective on it. But that has nothing super effective on us. And we have Stab Strength. And I think we just saw a Gulpin go down in the last episode to one of these. Yeah. We're not afraid. Alright. So Lux saw some Battle Force for the first time and clutched it up with a charged Spark to take down the Infernape. Otherwise, we do well. Here, we got one more Pokemon to fight. And then otherwise, it's a couple of items. And it is releasing the legendary trio. So many people call it the legendary dog trio. I don't know where that started. To me, they're not dogs. They're cats. They are cats. I mean, one of them's a saber-toothed tiger. That's as cat as it comes. Ooh, that could do good damage. Or it could do nothing. Flail usually does more damage the less HP that the user has, and Phanpy was pretty much down to like 2 or 3, it looked like there, so I thought it was going to do a lot more than 14, but I will not complain that it only does 14. I do not want to lose our Vigoroth. Okay, and a Nugget in here. This has been a great Burn Tower experience. We get the Totodile, we get the Nugget. I've never in Smashing Rocks and Burn Tower ever found a hidden item behind them, but I always smash them just in case, because the one time I don't will be the one time there is one. Yeah. And with Denny P67 being our Rock Smash Pokemon, it will be the one to help us harvest some heart scales later on. Unless we find a bunch of them. I know we got one. It's interesting to me, too, that we free all 3, and the only one that really cares about us is Suicune. And then that becomes the overarching storyline throughout. But it does bring up a good point. If we run into the Entei or the Raikou, the roaming encounters, they're level 40, so that's how we'll know they're the roaming encounters. They don't count as the route because they roam. So we can take a shot at them. They run away pretty quick. We can always throw a Pokeball and pray. If we end up getting a Pokemon with like, heck orders not much. If we get a Pokemon with Arena Trap or something like that, it might be worth trying to go for it. Of course, they'd be level 40. We're not even to level 30 yet on our highest Pokemon, so probably not something we try to do until later in the run, but something to keep in the back of the mind. For those of you new to Nuzlocke, those are statics. They roam. They do not count as the encounter for a new area, so we can get those if we encounter them, even if we've already gotten our encounter in the grass in that area. So, all right, so Rival's done, Tower's done. We are going to go heal up. We're going to buy a couple more healing items, I think. We'll sell that Nugget. And we'll take on the gym and see where we're at. If we're done the gym, I mean, we're only 15 minutes or so in. If it doesn't take us long in the gym, Then maybe we'll go explore the cave and get a bunch of those items. Typically, the way I do it is after I get Surf and can use it, I make a beeline for the shiny. A, because shiny. Um, but B, so that we can go bring the scale back, get the experience share, and start training up with the experience share as well. So that will likely be our plan. We will end up going right out of here first. I skip a lot of the trainers on the way to the Lake of Rage, mostly because I want to be able to use the experience share to get more experience. Oh, this is really good money. All right, I think we got some TMs we can sell to. Bind. We're gonna bind us a lot of money. All right, we'll get rid of attack order. Pin missile we're probably not going to use because we've already got a really good bug move on Zombie the MVP. I mean the Dugong. We can pick anything up here that was for us. And I don't want 34. Let's buy 7 to put it at 15. That'll be a good amount there. Boost back up our healing, our status healing things. Get some super repels for when we do the cave. We already got the encounter in that part of the cave, so we'll get 14 more. They'll put us at 40. That's perfect. That works out really well for us. All right, and we already healed, right? I'm 99% sure we did, but I'm just safe than sorry, right? Better safe than sorry. That's what we always say. All right, gym time. We are 3 gyms in. No losses. Hopefully, you guys heard that knocking. And 3 gyms, and each gym has had at least one legendary somewhere hidden within the gym. So let's see where our legend is today. We start with a medium who has 5 Pokemon. How many of them will be legendary? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. We know it's not all 5 because Pidgey is not a legendary. And it has rough skin. I think we knew that. Nidoran, I am going to switch out. Typically, Nidoran gets Poison Point. It's a randomizer. It probably does not have Poison Point, but I never get it out of my system. It's always in there, the back of my mind, that it's probably got Poison Point. And while it's not ground yet, so this isn't super effective, we're high enough. It's good enough. Yeah, that should take it down. Oh, brother. Thank goodness we have a water type now. Fire and Steel Heatran. There's our legendary. So at least one. Could be 3. At least one. Every gym. All right. Oh, the water moves on Zombie makes it even more of the MVP. Now we're just going to rock this out with Zombie right now. Sand Slash goes down. What is the last and final mon for this first trainer? Really? I randomized abilities, so it doesn't have slow start. Almost certainly doesn't have slow start. We are 12 levels higher, though. We are super effective. This is going to one shot. I have faith. Oh, thank God. Ah. So 40% of her Pokemon were legends. Yep. All right. Let's see if that's the only 2 legends we're gonna face here in this gym. Regigigas. I would take a Regigigas as our legendary with that slow start. Let's add Truant. That'd be ironic. Regigigas is probably the only normal type Pokemon worth replacing Brodicon for. Ability depending. Depending on the ability. As long as it doesn't have slow start or Truant, it's a Regigigas. Crush Grip, Stab Strength. I'm not digging these Infernape. We are not prepared for that. Because with fighting, it is super effective against our normal. It's super effective against our Lucario. With both fighting and fire, it is super effective against our rock type in Denny P67. It is super effective against our ice type. And this one learned from the other one. If Fury swipes, as long as they don't all crit, even if it's 5 times, we should be okay. It took a charged spark to one-shot a level 17. So if this can do half damage, I'm happy. It doesn't, but it does paralyze. Still has Mach Punch. And that's our first death. That is the first death of the run. And everything else we have is weak to fighting. Zombie's the only one with anything super effective. We're going to pray it doesn't Mach Punch. Thank God. Thank God. Maybe we should have started with Zombie. But if it Mach Punches the Zombie, super effective. We might have lost our MVP. I think we made the right play throwing out Luxio first. But it's our first death in the Nuzlocke. We knew it wouldn't last forever, but it would have been nice to get through 4 gyms. I guess that opens a spot for Totodile, but that's not the way we wanted it to go. We wanted Luxio to hang out in the box. And then a Magikarp. We face a Heatran, a Regigigas, and an Infernape, which is one of the 2 Pokemon that just destroys us. And then we follow that all up with a Magikarp. Doesn't seem fair. And you know what's super effective against Magikarp? Luxio! It's alright. It is alright. We will be fine. I think it's right here. Hey. So I've said 1,000 times. I've played HeartGold and Soul Silver way too many times. So clearly, I know how to do this gym fairly well. There's a Totodile. Luxio would have been nice against that too. Strength will definitely one-shot this. Of this, I have no doubt. So with the sunlight out, we're going to use the only remaining chlorophyll mon we have. Because this will boost our speed. And we are super effective against the Rhydon, who we know has water absorb from a previous. We didn't one-shot? I mean, I'm not worried it's not going to take us down, but wow. I would have bet the farm. Thankfully, I don't own a farm, so I wouldn't have lost the farm, but I would have bet it. Well, Shelter might have a nice move. We got the sun still up, so we definitely have speed. Better safe than sorry. Let's just force bomb this thing. I think into Oblivion? Wow. Wow. Pro plays. Pro plays by the shelter. Double protect doesn't work out though. Lucky for me, right after this recording session, I'm doing a half-hour Peloton ride with my uncle. So we'll burn off some of this disappointment in having lost Lexio. We're going to strength this. I mean, thinking about content creation side, gives us a title. It gives us a thumbnail. We will edit out the name, and I can see it now. You already know this because you're watching the episode, but it's going to say the first death, question mark. Probably not question mark, because I'll do a screenshot of Lexio fainting. I will figure out a way to get rid of the name, blur the name, so you can't see it says Lex fainted, and lead people to wonder what Pokemon fainted, and that'll be the clickbait, right, for the episode. So I guess glass half full, content creation, there we go. But, I like Lexio. Would have been a good one to have on. Still stings to see that red there. We haven't had that yet this whole series. We were doing so well. Not going to get a crit here because, well, lucky champ. Pro plays by the Love Disc. Ooh. Can we break through? Yes, we can. All right. I think that's 2 Pokemon up and down. Or no, 3, right? 3 Pokemon up, 3 Pokemon down. Grovyle. We don't really have anything super effective against grass other than Dodrio, who's just chilling in the box. So Brodicon will come in and hopefully do well enough here. I'm guessing it'll take 2 strengths to take this down, unless we get lucky with a crit. I don't think Lucky Chant carries over. This works out well because the berry's going to put it where I don't think it'll use a super potion, so we should be able to take it down. Oh, quick attack. We're fine. Even a crit won't kill there. Strength takes it down. So the gym leader was like the easiest trainer in this entire gym. Makes you wonder how they became the gym trainer. I mean, the first person you meet in the gym has a Heatran and a Regigigas, but they're not the gym leader. Well, we survived. We've gone 4 gyms in. We're still kicking. We've only lost 1 Pokemon, but we do have our first loss of the series, which is sad. We were doing so well. No offense to Mom. Answer when your mom calls in real life, but when she calls here, she's telling you she sent you something to the Pokemon Mart. So we are going to move Pokemon. We're going to create a new box here. Some people release them. I do not. Mostly so I can remember for dupes what I have. So we will put Lexio there. And we will sadly change the name of this box to very ominous Death Box. So there's our Death Box, box number 18. Any other Pokemon we end up losing throughout will have to join Lexio. We are sorry, Lexio, that you are no longer on the team. But such is life. So we will go. Oh, we got some items here too. So let's grab the items off, folks. We will add Totodile to the team now. Let's see what other items people are holding. What's Magby holding? TM79. So that's Focus Punch, which is a great move, except if they hit you first. And then it's useless. Soundwave based on words it has learned. TM27, I don't know. Storm Drain, so take in the water type attack moves. That's not bad. Maybe depending on what Venusaur's ability is. Storm Drain Meganium is not a terrible idea. Put that negative in our back pocket. Now here's the thing with the Dome Fossil in HeartGold and Soul Silver. We cannot revive these until Johto. And it's like not even early in Johto. Or sorry, in Kanto. It's not even early in Kanto. It's like halfway through Kanto. So oftentimes in my just playthroughs for myself, I will end up selling the Dome fossils unless I'm already in Johto when I get them. What did Mom send us this time? The Moonstone! The whole reason we do this whole thing. We don't have any Pokemon yet that would require it, but it's nice to have. We're going to sell the Dome Fossil. I know it's a static Pokemon for later, but it's so much later. It's just not worth it. We'll take the 500 bucks. Chatter. That's what that move is. That's a good flying type move. We're going to get Fly relatively soon, though, so we don't need that. Bullet Punch. Not bad. We're not going to use Dynamic Punch. We're going to get hit too many times for that to be viable. We don't need any Great Balls. We still got all of our Super Potions. Let's pick up 10 more Super Repels because we're going to go do the cave. See what other items we can get. Maybe we'll do those real quick. We'll grab one more encounter. Go from there. Let's use one of those repels right off the bat. Just to save us a little time here. Get all the apricorns we can, because once we get Fly, we can always fly back to cart. Sitting here in my head silent for a few minutes on the video, just thinking, what would it have made a difference? Would Dugong have outsped? Would they have Mach Punched the Dugong because of the ice typing? And, sometimes that's the fun part about Nuzlocke, and the hardest part about Nuzlocke is sometimes you lose one, and you just get in your head, and that's all it takes for like the whole run to unravel. We're not going to let that happen to us. We are not going to let that happen to us. When we got through the rest of the gym, we still got a really great team. We've got a Toiledon now who's going to evolve up into a Croconaut and then a Feraligatr. We've got a bunch of good Pokemon in the pack. We're going to get some good leveling done. There's another fossil. We've got some nice peaceful water sounds in here. And this is the same as the cave where we got the Magby, so no new encounter in here anyway, hence the repels, just to make this a little bit easier, quicker for us to go through. The other reason I mentioned that I like to go this way and go get our shiny encounter, and maybe the shiny encounter is how we have to wrap this up. How do we overcome the first death? We get a shiny. Or we save the shiny for the next episode because thumbnail material and all that fun stuff. Oh, there's so many, decisions to make here. Plus, it'll be level 30, which will be a little bit more difficult for us, by the way. Hidden item in here, Mystic Water. One more item way up here. But it would be powerful. Who cares about the thumbnail and the content? We lose one Pokemon, we get a shiny instead. Maybe it's a shiny Lexio. A little yellowish, orangish. I don't know if it's really a dog or a cat. What Lexio is kind of based off of animal. Maybe a cat. I could see that. Because Shinx is the first, right? Shinx, Sphinx. So there are all of our fun items on that side. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go get the shiny. That's how we wrap this up. We get the shiny. It's going to be powerful. We're going to love it. Everybody's going to cheer. We're going to celebrate the life of Lexio. Getting ourselves a shiny. We're going to avoid all these trainers down and back because we are going to wait for them when we have the experience share. The downside to doing the shiny is that it is level 30, and we are not. And our best Pokemon for catching, right, is Venus, the Ivysaur, who can put them to sleep. And Venus is one of our weaker mons right at the moment. But if we can pull this off and get the level 30, A, we have a level 30. B, we have a shiny. And C, we end the episode with just greatness. That's what it's going to be. It's abject and utter greatness. So let's throw out the repel because we're not looking for the encounter here. We are solely focused on the shiny right at the moment. We will come back for the... Well, they're probably a higher level than us. So we're going to get our encounter here first. Or it's the roaming Entei. It's going to run away. So we'll throw the fastball because why not? It'll break right out. It jiggled twice just to mess with us. If we had caught that, we would have ended the episode right there with the wild Entei. Let's see if we can get by this trainer here. Ah, we do. There's also a bunch of items up here that we can get afterwards, so. This is a risk. We do have Runaway on Dendy P67, so worst case scenario. We will throw out the Rhyhorn and we will run away, but let's see what our shiny encounter is. Oh, that is a beautiful shiny. That is gorgeous. I have never seen a shiny Rampardos. Oh, I'll take that. That is brilliant. It's rock type, so we're not going to do much of anything to it. YOLO. Let's throw an Ultra Ball. That did nothing. That did a lot. I don't like how much that did. I want to switch in Venus. Because we have Sleep Powder. And we can weaken it down a little bit. And if we lose Venus, if this is the stupidest thing I've ever done, then we have some really good grass starters in the PC. We can trade out between episodes. We resist this. It's special. Okay. Well, this has not gone well. So we will switch out Venus, the Ivysaur. We'll put in Luca, who is our strongest Mon, our closest to level 30. We resist, totally. Yeah, alright. We might be able to one-shot because we are super effective, so I'm not going to use the super effective moves. Wow. I mean, that like magenta red, that crimson dark, whatever it's called, reminiscent of one of my wedding colors. Oh, I love that color red. It's not my favorite color, but oh, that just looks so nice. Does a force bomb kill? Chat, does a force bomb kill? No, it doesn't, and it paralyzes instead. Don't kill. Don't kill. Don't kill. Don't kill. Stop, stop, stop. Yes! Perfect amount of damage. Didn't get the paralysis. Whew. That was a risk. We're getting risky. We throw the Ultra Ball. 1, 2. 2 strikes, you're out. The old ball game. We resist. We're not worried about this. There it is! We got the shiny Rampardos! Oh, that was a risk we probably did not need to take. But look at that. Oh, that thing is gorgeous. I never use Rampardos because it's meh as a rock type Pokemon. We have Rock Slide though. If we could put Rock Slide on this thing. It might be where it might. We're going to have to look at the team in between episodes. We're going to have to look at the team. That thing's gorgeous. What do I name this thing? This needs a powerful nickname. This needs a powerful, powerful nickname. Ladies and gentlemen, it is your boy ST3 in the editing world. I'm going to see if I can make this work. But I'm thinking a lot about this since we caught the Rampardos and told a little story in the episode and gave it a powerful nickname. But felt like I might have given a little information, a little too much, more than I wanted, and don't want to accidentally put myself in a position to be doxxed. Not that a lot of people are watching this yet. Anyway, but with that, I will quickly go in and show you here that we have named our Rampardos Crimson, which I still think is a powerful name. So with that, hopefully we can get you back in the episode. Hopefully I'm good enough to figure out how to make this work. So with that, as they say in the PokeTuber community, whop on. We get the red scale. So in our next episode, we will. I will be right back here in the middle of the Lake of Rage. No, we're gonna get ourselves out of here. We're going to make this episode a little bit longer because I want to get us out of here so that we can train between episodes. I think we still have a Super Repel up. We do. We're going to get the items here real quick because we're here. Why not? And then we will skedaddle. We will get back to someplace safe. Rock incense. We can sell that for some money. And we still have our encounter we can get here. We can actually get an actual encounter in the Lake of Rage that's not just the shiny. The shiny is the static. We still get an encounter at the Lake of Rage. We can either fish or surf for it. We will save that. No, don't get fooled. You know this. Up and around. Bring it around town. What do we got here? Nature power. Could be good in certain circumstances, but probably going to sell that for some money. We'll get TM10. Bug Bite. Not a terrible move. One of the stronger bug type moves we can get. We already have Signal Beam, but might be worth just stashing that in case. Good against Psychic types. Good against solo grass types. There's not many solo grass types. A lot of them have the poison, which resists. But a lot of Psychic types. So it might be worth seeing later if Amon can learn that and just having a little coverage on that Pokemon. Seeing that Rock Slide, and all I'm thinking about is that gorgeous shiny Rampardos. And throwing the Rock Slide on there and wreaking some havoc. And there's a plate, which likely we will end up selling for some extra cash. Again, unless you get like an Arceus or a Mew, and Judgment specifically on like Mew. Probably some other mons that can learn Judgment, but I know Mew can because Mew learns everything. Then the plates don't really mean a ton. They do power up, so if you have a handful when you get to like the Elite Four, it might be worth it. But it's also like $500 to sell them. So let's see if we can sneak by this trainer again. We can. We'll get by this one. We don't want to go through that building because the rocket people will charge us lots of money. There's a charcoal. Could use a repel to get through this a little bit quicker, but it's all good. Can't remember what our encounter was when we fished here in the last episode, but I know it was better than a Sunkern, so. Did not mean to sneak my head up, especially since we haven't healed. I definitely did not want to do this yet. And not just because. Alright, level 15. We're 11 levels higher. We have stab strength. It's neutral. Mostly because the team isn't healed up. We did not heal after the poison point. Well, it can't poison us the second time, so we'll kill it. And then we're probably going to have to switch out for whatever's next. Love this. Ivysaur is super effective on it. I know Ivysaur is weak, but I do not think Love Disc has anything that can hurt us. I don't think it has an Ice type move by level up. I don't think it has an Ice type move by level up. It is smart to go for the Charm with the Razor Leaf coming. It's still super effective. We are still 6 levels higher. Yeah, doesn't matter. And we get the crit. High critical rate ratio. High critical hit ratio. Easy for me to say. And Seviper. We resist steel, or we resist poison being still on Luca. We don't have any ground types yet on Denny P67, so. But we're really hoping that he would hit us with something. Bite is good. Doesn't do any damage, so this will do no damage back to it. Wow, it did less than we did to it. Let's see if Quick Attack does a lot more. Alright, so we'll Quick Attack the Viper down. We'll sneak back in the grass to avoid the other trainer, and we'll get ourselves to safety. Wow, we made this a lot longer of an episode than I intended for it to be. We got a gorgeous shiny. We lost our first mon. It's been eventful. Poison does not kill in this gen. So I'm not worried that Vigoroth is poisoned. So we're going to use a repel so we can get back to the Pokemon Center, heal up, wrap up, and then come back at this with a revamped and trained up team for Sunday's episode. But we'll start Sunday with the experience share and get that on a Pokemon. We will see if we add Rampardos or not. But obviously, we will start with a team recap as we usually do. But let us heal up here. So all said and done, an eventful episode. Wow, a lot happened. Two powerful legendaries we were able to take down fairly easily, all things considered. We lost our first Mon. We got a gorgeous shiny. Whew. What a way to start the weekend, right? Saturday. So that's going to be it for this episode. 51 minutes. But I thank you for hanging in there. If you think of something I could have done better in that battle rather than risking the Luxio against the Infinite, leave a comment down below. I'm convinced that a Mach Punch would have killed our Dugong. If you think otherwise, tell me below. No way to really know. Hopefully we don't find out the hard way. But we will rebuild the team a little bit and see where we're at, get some folks trained up a little bit, get the experience share, tackle the Lighthouse, episode 11. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, until next time.